Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a while since I finished off this dirt drag build and actually took it out and stripped the spur gear, and it's been sitting for a while, but I passed by this week and saw how smooth and loose the dirt is here on the headland, and I just had to take the opportunity to come test this truck out again, see what those paddles do in this really nice loose dirt. You might be able to see how smooth it is down there. It's a really straight, smooth, loose surface, like I said, so pretty excited to see how this truck's gonna handle it. Can't really say that was the plan. One pass and rip the body mounts off of it. Guess my 3D printed body mount still didn't work too hot. We'll have to figure something else out. I believe probably a wheelie bar would fix that issue, honestly, so the body wouldn't be pulling on anything, but today we can still get some rips in. I'm not wasting this nice smooth surface in this beautiful day. I had a little bit of trouble with my mic and wind noise here, so I'll be jumping in and out, but I ran into a few issues already today, so what's one more? I'm trying to remind myself this is only really the second time I'm getting to try this thing out. The first time, as you might remember, the servo mount broke right away and I had issues with the axles, so I didn't really get any testing in. The second time was a lot better of a test and I ended up stripping a spur gear. This time we had a couple more issues, just bugs to work out in a new build, obviously. You all get to see it live because I make these videos. The first issue today was one that's not a huge one, but it's a pain, was the body mounts, as you saw. We have to find a fix for that. I think my first try is just gonna be a wheelie bar for that. If I put a wheelie bar, then the back of the body won't drag like it did and it shouldn't rip it straight off. The second issue, which you're probably seeing right now, is those good old Traxxas shocks. This has been a long known issue with the 1/10 scale Traxxas shocks. The plastic shock caps just pop off really easily. Most people run aluminum caps, but I'm kind of thinking about just replacing the shocks, which is fine because I'd actually like some threaded adjustable shocks in the rear. That way I can tune the suspension on the fly out here in the field. The last issue, which you might not have even picked up on just watching the video, was I had a little bit of an electronics problem. You may or may not have heard it, but the ESC was giving me a tone. You can hear it here. And I was thinking at first that it was overheating because it is a pretty warm day here and the fan wasn't kicking on, but it actually had nothing to do with that. Doing a little research on Castle's website, I found out that the tone I was hearing was for bad receiver signal. It's well known and many of you have told me before, I'm still using my FlySky FSGT3C in this truck. It's just a radio I had laying around with just a whole bunch of extra receivers, and you guys told me probably wasn't the best idea for this build, range-wise, just reliability-wise. It works fine for my micro monster trucks, but for this, we may need something a little different. I was already thinking about replacing it with a receiver and using the radio that I use in my no prep car, the Graupner radio. That way I could tune the launch a little better. You seen some of those launches were pretty rough. Car loses traction pretty quickly on this. Maybe if I could use that start function in that radio, I could get some better launches and some better passes overall. But that's 3 relatively minor fixes, nothing that I have to figure out what's going on. Nothing unknown, no unknown solutions either. So I'm pretty satisfied with that today. I did get some pretty nice passes still. Car seems pretty fast and it's really fun to drive, especially on the dirt. But let me know what you think. How'd the car look on video? I'm curious when I start editing this video how it looks. Do you like the off-road drag racing content? It is really fun to come out here and drive and film this thing. I will tell you that. Let me know down in the comments below what's your ideas on body mounts as well as those rear shocks. We may end up having to replace the fronts too. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more dirt drag racing content. And as always, thanks again for watching. Peace.